Hey, what about all these sexual harassment things, huh? What do you think about that, David?
I mean, I think they're shitty.
I think the most interesting thing about that is that it was like all going on and no one ever said anything. Why is it reaching the point now? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I can't answer that because I've never been in a situation where I've had to bottle something up like that.
I'm talking about, no, these were known things. Harvey Weinstein did this. Everybody knew that. I knew
yes,
that.
they're known things, but like,
But what's shifted in the culture?
it's just word gets around easier.
It's the internet.
So it's the internet. It's like a woman can't be sexually assaulted, and she tells 4 people and they shut it down because they're friends of Harvey Weinstein. Now a woman sends out a tweet and there's no way to shut it down. It's just like it'll fucking spread like wildfire.
Calling right away.
But the only thing that's kind of scary to me about these accusations is that they're just accusations, right?
Right.
And like the people that like I'm not being like, oh, Harvey Weinstein's innocent or anything like that.
Sure.
But like there's some people that are being accused that are completely denying it. And you know, there's a really good chance that it's complete bullshit and they actually did it. But there's also a small chance that they're literally just being accused to be accused. And their career's already ruined. Do you know what I mean?
So far, I don't think there's anybody like that.
You don't?
No, because Louis admitted to all of it. But
there's been like 15 people accused. So you don't know which one. Did you see?
James Toback, Oliver Stone.
Okay, so there's
all those guys did it.
There was this whole sex scandal, and 15 people were accused of it. And there was we were in New York, and one of the headlines on a newspaper read Perv Nation or something, and it showed all 15 of their faces on the front of it. Like literally,
you mean like Louis, Harvey Weinstein,
Yeah.
all of them? Oh, really?
like straight up, like out of like a movie where like someone goes into the future,
Yeah.
and sees like a newspaper and it says Perv Nation, and it's these people that you would adore. It's fucking crazy.
The Louis thing is so crazy because he was such a media darling.
Louis thing is bizarre.
Was a media darling.
Louis C.K.
Everyone loved him.
Louis C.K. is like one of the favorite comedians of a lot of people's. He was my favorite comedian.
Yeah. And he'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I think he'll be back.
you think he'll be back?
I do.
So Louis C.K. was caught, not caught, but he was allegedly. I mean, a bunch of women came out and said that he masturbated in front of them.
Right.
And you're telling me you knew this before.
I went to the Aspen Comedy Festival in 2003. Marty and I went. My partners and I had a comedy show.
Okay.
That we performed four times there. It's like a sketch show.
Yeah.
And so Aspen's really fun. It's like fancy, big comedians mixed with like lower level comedians like me. Like literally, like I had drinks with Steve Martin. Not for business or anything, but just basically like, hey, come sit down. And then like I'm sitting with Steve Martin. Like,
Okay.
I'm sitting with Dave Chappelle. It's just cool. And it's just like YouTube when you like go to VidCon, like like Logan,
you talking to Liza.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be like Liza talking to me, where it's like the biggest people will talk to the smallest people.
Super casual. Yeah.
It's super casual. And it's a small festival. And anyways, we're hanging out one night and the rumor spreads that, Louis was up in the hotel room, showed his penis to Dana and Julia, who also had a show there that year. They were a 2-person sketch group. And it spread. Everyone in the festival knew. Everyone knew.
Okay, and then what happened? How did this rumor get shot down?
And then basically,
the women that were talking about it, were they like bragging about it? Were they like actually like fucking?
I've never talked to Dana and Julia. I'd never known them, but all I had heard was, like they were up in the hotel room. We showed them their dick, and I wasn't sure if Dana and Julia were like the kind of performers that were like fucking like balls out, like whatever, it's his cock, like that's hilarious. Like I just didn't know.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, no, they weren't cool with it at all, and no, it fucked their whole careers up, and they couldn't work on any projects that Louis was associated with or Louis' manager.
And that was 11 years ago, or sorry, that was 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then that went on, and I didn't know of the other instances. And then for Louis became really famous. Louis wasn't that famous then. He was famous amongst like comedians. They knew how funny he was, but I don't even think he had his big special yet by then.
And then why did people hold on to things like that for 14 years?
I guess no internet. I guess there wasn't anyone that.
What's crazy to me is all these allegations came out, and Kevin Spacey, who was reported he touched boys. I don't know what he did. He was
he touches all kinds of men. And
he sexually assaulted people. Whatever, not whatever.
he touched Anthony Rapp. That's what lit it off. When he was 14.
And it's crazy how Hollywood is reacting now. Kevin Spacey, those allegations came out, and they just finished a movie called what is it called?
It's a Ridley Scott movie.
It's called Endless Money or something like that. Oh, it's called All the Money in the World. The movie was finished. The trailer was out for it. It's set to release in December 14th, and they took it so seriously that they're going back and reshooting all the scenes of the movie that have Kevin Spacey in it
Tons of money.
with a new actor.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
And I mean, part of that is because they're disgusted of what Louis C.K. did, and the other part of that is, oh my God, look, we're going to look so good if we do this because people are going to be talking about it. Which both ways.
Yes. That happened before Louis C.K. They recast him.
Yeah.
And that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean,
They're reshooting a movie with another actor.
They stripped Louis of Netflix, HBO, FX, all of his deals. Gone.
Yeah.
Secret Life of Pets, done. And I, what he did is awful, but I do feel bad for him.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think you're allowed to feel bad for people.
I feel bad for him because he's got a sickness.
That's my other question.
You always feel bad for people,
I feel bad
people.
for anybody that gets in trouble.
I do too.
I don't know why, but it's even criminal. I don't know. It's because I've never been in the shoes of the victim.
Right.
So I don't know. I always just feel bad.